So let's start there. Do you think that the good news is already priced in? There are some current concerns out there that if and when the spot Bitcoin ETF is officially approved, that it would be kind of a sell on the news event. Do you agree with that?
I believe the SEC set a deadline for final updates to filings of this Friday. So I heard encouraged. Are you optimistic about, the shape your application is in?
I would say this is very severe. One, it's a pattern of conduct with the SEC now. This is not the first time they're getting slapped around in court for, quite frankly, not doing their job before filing things.
Bitcoin allows us to have more control over our money. It gives us a greater chance to have financial independence and more freedom from the state.
You're not going to replace Bitcoin with something that's only a little bit better. It's going to have to be materially better in order to replace Bitcoin. And someday that'll come. If people don't want to use it because it's too hard to shift to it, it just means we didn't make it good enough.
And all we need is for the trillions of dollars in institutional assets out there to allocate maybe 0.1% or 0.2%.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to latest so got Alicia Smith in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, smashing them likeys, stuffing some bags. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades, because the future's extra bullish. Back on the mothership. Let's go ahead, buckle up, and let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We're at the total global cryptocurrency market cap today, right around 1.78 trillion, up almost 4% in the past 24 hours. We got the total cryptocurrency trading volume in the last day, right around 97.8 billion. BTC's dominant, sitting around 47.9%. We had XRP in that number 6 spot, right around 63-64 cents. We got Stellar XLM right around 13 cents, up 5.6 in the past 24. We got BTC 43,453, ETH right around 2,352. We got XDC in the number 95 spot, right above a nickel. Flare Networks 0.0171, Songbird 0075, and we got XAH right around 19-20 cents. We got Watcher Guru to kick things off. Just in, U.S. Congressman Warren Davidson says it 2024 would be a great time to fire Gary Gensler and hold the SEC accountable for its corruption. Drain the swamp, free the standard, get those jumpsuits, get those gel cells ready. We got one from Bitcoin Magazine. Bloomberg senior ETF analyst says SEC's ready to approve the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Applicants do cash creates and have signed agreements from authorized participants. We got one from XRP drops. Perion Boring, CEO Digital Chamber, disagrees that the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF could be a sell the news event.
On crypto and whether the good news is already priced in, Perion Boring, founder and CEO of Chamber of Digital Commerce. Perion, thanks for being here. So let's start there. Do you think that the good news is already priced in? There are some current concerns out there that if and when the spot Bitcoin ETF is officially approved, that it would be kind of a sell on the news event. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't, because there is a lot of pent up demand for access to Bitcoin. You have to understand that the government has been putting its thumb on the scale of innovation and preventing publicly listed Bitcoin products from coming to market. Now that a spot Bitcoin ETF will be here soon. It's not an if event. It's a when event. There is a lot of people who want exposure who will now have access to it. When you add a small amount of Bitcoin to a portfolio, it increases the Sharpe ratio. And that is why there's so much interest in this asset class. I really like what Michael Saylor and Natalie Brunell said about Bitcoin earlier this week. They said Bitcoin's empowerment technology. And I'm going to add on to this. Bitcoin is going to empower financial advisors to allocate, again, because it increases the Sharpe ratio. And I think a case could even be made that if you're a fiduciary, you have a responsibility of adding Bitcoin to a portfolio because of how it performs.
Let's make crypto great again. With XRP, why did I get a HODL? Oh, that HODL? We got another one from XRP drops. This is the deadline for the SEC, the cutoff date for the spot Bitcoin ETFs to be approved in the first wave, potentially January 10th, 2024.
I believe the SEC set a deadline for final updates to filings of this Friday. So I heard encouraged. Are you optimistic about, the shape your application is in and that it could get greenlit by January 10th?
Yes, we're very encouraged with our partner, 21 shares. I think we've crossed every T, dotted every I. We believe to the SEC's satisfaction. I think the messaging around the 29th is, look, if you're not going to be ready to go on or around, let's say, January 10th, then do not submit anything more to us because we have too much to do here. And again, that also is encouraging because it feels like a bit of that the SEC is setting a deadline for itself. So that's great.
Looks like the institutions are getting ready to come in and pump our bags up. Pump our bags up. We got one from Crypto Law US. The SEC is like an arsonist setting fires and blaming it on the companies they set ablaze, according to Campbell Austin. The SEC fails to do their due diligence, files suit, and harms companies like Debtbox along the way. We got John Deaton.
So the way I describe this sort of behavior when the SEC does it is it's a little bit like burning somebody's house down and then complaining that it was a fire hazard. Like, you don't get to do that if you're the arsonist. And so I would say this is very severe. One, it's a pattern of conduct with the SEC now. This is not the first time they're getting slapped around in court for, quite frankly, not doing their job before filing things.
Gary, you still there? We got one from 801 XRP. Future of Payments 2023, charting the course to seamless global payments, crossing the divide, building momentum. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. And they can't stop it. All roads lead to the immutable, interoperable bridge. XRP, know what you hold? We got one from ISO 20022. Institutional crypto investors unwaveringly bullish on digital assets future, according to Coinbase. Get those bags packed, locked and loaded for 2024. We got another one from 801 XRP. Dr. David Clark's Digital Economy and Communications Minister, New England Government, Digital Payment Ecosystems and Their Future Within the Digital Economy, March 2nd, 2023 interview. The proposed new framework will be decentralized.
The trust framework will not create a central repository or database to store people and organizations' information. The rules and regulation will not allow for the integration of data from multiple sources into a single location. The proposed new system will be decentralized. Ultimately, the trust framework is designed for privacy. Personal information will not be accessible or shared without a person's consent. Information will only be stored for as long as it is needed, and it will be securely encrypted both while it's stored and when it is in use. The rules will also explicitly prohibit the selling of information to third parties. The trust framework will provide digital identity-specific rules and regulations, but the existing safeguards of the Privacy Act will continue to apply to the trust framework as well. I assume and expect that the payments community will be particularly interested in the role of digital wallets under the trust framework. People will be able to be able to choose digital wallets to store their digital credentials. These wallets will become important tools for enabling us to securely store and share information, which may include information for electronic payments. I look forward to sharing more about that bill's progress. And as I say, I hope it will come up in the Parliament this week. But I look forward to sharing more about its progress in due course.
We got one from Crypto Eddie, from the Bible to central banks and everything in between. Bitcoin.
The fiat system does not represent the values that I hold as an American or as a Christian. But there's good news. Galatians 5:1 tells us it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Bitcoin is freedom enabling technology. Woo! Bitcoin allows us to have more control over our money. It gives us a greater chance to have financial independence and more freedom from the state so that we can teach as many people as possible that Bitcoin is the most honest and moral form of money available to humanity today.
Cryptocurrencies, they're not really money, right? So there's a few things that you have to be money, and one of those is have a stable value. So if you've saved 20 grand, you don't want it to be worth 5 grand the following week because Elon Musk tweeted something. So they're kind of a speculative investment, really. A little bit of gambling is involved in there, but they're not really money.
Is Bitcoin digital money? Yeah. Is it digital property? Yeah. Is it digital energy? Yeah.
You're not going to replace Bitcoin with something that's only a little bit better. It's going to have to be materially better in order to replace Bitcoin. And someday that'll come. If people don't want to use it because it's too hard to shift to it, it just means we didn't make it good enough. And we have to make it good enough that it warrants all those switching costs. So if there's no form of money that comes that's better than Bitcoin that would warrant those switching costs, they won't switch. But technology just kind of has this way of having a version 2. I don't know if it's 50 years or 100 years or 200 years. I think it's quite likely we will see something that's significant, some significant changes. Yeah, like I think there will be upgrades. Yes, I do.
Think there will be upgrades?
Again, I don't think people need to be afraid of that.
It's time to update the system with XRP 1,000 times faster, 1,000 times less expensive than BTC. Way did they get a HODL? Or that HODL, faster, cheaper, more efficient. XRP money never sleeps. Move money anywhere around the world instantly, 24/7, 365. Bye-bye, middlemen. Institutional trillions on the way into the crypto market. High-vibe assets, XRP and BTC are the only assets with legal clarity. BTC ETF will bring in trillions to the market, pumping the biggest bull run ever in history, and wait till they get a HODL of that HODL. XRP, the superior technology.
"Quote unquote, sell on the news." That's an expression that traders use. So you anticipate the event, bid up the price, and then sell on the news. Now, but that will be very short term, because what we think is going to happen here is that the SEC is going to be giving Bitcoin, a spot Bitcoin ETF, the green light for institutional investors to participate. I think a lot of institutions have been reticent before the SEC approves a spot Bitcoin ETF to do very much at all in the crypto asset world. And all we need is for the trillions of dollars in institutional assets out there to allocate maybe 0.1% or 0.2% to an ETF, which will be one of the easiest ways to gain exposure and one of the most efficient ways to gain exposure to Bitcoin. And that will move the price significantly. And just for some perspective here, right now, we're at 19.5 million Bitcoin outstanding. The system is mathematically metered to stop at 21 million units. So scarcity value is beginning to have an impact, especially because as we look at long-term holders, those holding and not moving Bitcoin for 1 year, those are up to 15 million units or 15 million Bitcoin.
Institutions are on their way with trillions of dollars ready to flow into cryptocurrencies, and XRP, the only digital asset with utility with legal clarity in the US. You know what's coming. They know what's coming and they can't stop it. Pumping the biggest bull run ever in history. We're at the halving coming up. ETFs, regulation, presidential elections. Something's coming. We got one from Zenfin official, SBI Holdings, also investor in Ripple, announces the establishment of SBI XDC Network APAC Co. Limited in collaboration with Trade Finex Tech. We're thrilled to enhance the SBI and XDC Network partnership, driving blockchain adoption into the APAC region. This venture will help localization of the XDC network-related information in Japan to support for crypto assets exchanges wishing to handle XDC tokens, and the expansion of partnerships with subnet layer 2 companies. The new joint venture aims to become an information hub that widely provides the innovative solutions of the XDC network, such as expanding the trade finance solution provided by XDC network to the APAC region. SBI XDC. We got Wall Street Bulls, XRP community alert, only 2.7 billion XRP. Less than 5% of the total supply remains available in the market, with the limited supply until Ripple's next escrow release. The opportunity to purchase XRP is narrowing. Remember, Ripple often reacquires a portion of XRP upon release, ensuring even less is publicly available. Act fast. This might be your chance before the next cycle. XRP. Got cryptos, XRP versus BTC, most important levels. Want to see this close above this blue and white area by Sunday. Extremely important. We got one from XRP Crypto Wolf. XRP is the most suppressed crypto in the entire industry. We got one from Egg-Rack Crypto XRP 2500. Don't shoot the messenger. Lately, I've come across some incredibly intriguing insight that I absolutely must share with you. The story is too captivating not to share with you. Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine, a top-tier banker, well-versed in finance, boasting connections across major and regional banks as well as the central bank level. I'll leave the links down below so you go through this entire thread. We're going to skip to the good stuff here. Explains 40,000 XRP equals 100 million. Sounds implausible, doesn't it? But this banker thrives on numbers and puzzles, so I embraced the challenge, brainstormed thoroughly, and presented the chart below to him. His reaction, look at the timing, is impeccable. He nodded in agreement, then he pinpointed an almost decade-long cycle from 2017 to 2027, perfectly aligned. His insight, holding XRP for a decade, could yield incredible rewards. He playfully rubbed my shoulder, saying, Now you're a multi-millionaire. Here's the bombshell he dropped. He stated, remember Joe Cat's talking about how 40,000 ETH could have hit 100 million. Well, it's like synchronized clocks, matching banking trend change, Basel III, geopolitics, everything. It's a cycle resembling the 2013-2017 cycle, but stretched out twice as long. And here goes the chart right here. So here's the takeaway. He said, spread the word to your followers, encourage them to accumulate XRP. It could be the ultimate saver for liquidity when the tide slows down. The velocity of money is decreasing and governments need to amp it up. This could be a game changer. It's a fascinating tale. I'm sharing it with you for the sheer sake of spreading this story. Nonetheless, nothing more. And we got sentiment feed. 2023 is going down in the books as one of the best performing years of the century, accounting for multiple major sectors, and we're just getting started. Bitcoin, Ethereum, we're still within reach, breaking 1.5-year highs, which were just established 3 weeks ago, and the best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it. Don't forget Descent, year-end delight, up to 40% off, plus 150 of star coins with every biometric wallet purchase. You got 6 days left, 8 hours benefit. Buy at the highest discounted rate all year round. You can get the single pack or the double pack. Also, the all-in-one wallet card with the backup. Also, the all-in-one card wallet plus the backup card package. Benefit 2, you earn 150 of star coins by submitting your address in the biometric wallet. If you made a purchase between the deadline, please submit your address by January 14th. Payday, January 19th. Also, don't forget 40% off end of the year sale, Descent Wallet. Your best wallet for XRP, XDC, XLM, Flare, Songbird, Algorand. Last but not least, Bagman and Bag Lady. Let's make crypto great again with XRP. Links down below. Also 10% off using the code HODLDAYS. We'll see you at the tippy top. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. The longer they take, the higher we climb on that XRP rich list. What will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likeys for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe. Drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. We'll catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, and let's make crypto great again with the XRP, the standard. Peace out, crypto ghosts. Later glitches. We still hear my crypto glitches like Santa Claus with a fatty bag. And if you ain't get that X for Christmas, I hope that you added that. And if you made it on that special list, you get a Ripple fanny pack. Came back for the remix on the ledger, we had to add a track. I'm probably on a hit list, but on my access I'll be adding stacks. They call me Little Santa Bags, I be airdropping fatty packs. SEC the Grinch and they tryna get all them baggies back. But them reindeers boosting off and we winning, counting in the aftermath. I be stuffing stocking bags until I got